Well, here we are with Samantha and her almost 2-week-old kittens. They will be 2 weeks old tomorrow. Today is, I think, April 11th. And these babies have gotten so much bigger. They have had some worming medicine that I gave each one yesterday, Nemex 2, because I noticed that the little calico girl, whose name is Pretty, by the way, also called Pity, she was having a very bloated stomach. And even though she was peeing okay, she hadn't really pooed since the first day or two. And then it's just that her tummy was really, really bloated compared to the other ones. They've all got their eyes open to varying degrees. The first one to open their eyes was down here. And this guy, he's so cute. His eyes are open the biggest, and he even tries to come out of the nest and get towards me. I'm calling him Boogers, but sometimes it comes out Butters, which sounds like Butters from South Park. But anyway, the big gray one, she's a girl. She eats the best. She's not the biggest. The biggest one is here. The second born, who I don't really have a good name. His face looks kind of like a bear, but I'm not sure about that. The little girl, the gray girl, I'm kind of leaning towards Frances. And if anyone's ever watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure, there was a character named Francis that actually stole his bike. So I don't know yet. I thought of Francine, but I'm like, no, she's a little cat. Did you get up, Mama? Okay, that's fine. Somehow I think she knows I'm filming. So they just all ate. So maybe they'll turn around and show the eyes. Here, Francis, show your little tummy. They roll around, they purr. They just really are still very immature, but I weigh them every night so that I can keep track. And they're gaining appropriately. So you want them to gain between, from what I've read, excuse me, a quarter of a mil, to half a mil. That doesn't sound like much, but if they continue doing that, like for instance, the biggest one, he's 10 ounces already. I mean, that's pretty big. And I weigh them in grams, but then I can convert it to ounces if I want to. I have a little kitchen scale and a sort of a bucket. It's not a bucket, it's a Cool Whip bin. Anyway, it works really well because I can put them in it and they just curl up and they can't really get out. And so this is their little world still, the nest. And although I said that Butters here, he's very playful. Right now they're sleepy. He has kind of crawled over here to the edge, and I'm on the other side of it. He crawled almost onto this blanket. So, and then there's this one that's kind of a ridge. So, they're starting to be a little bit playful to each other, which is really cute. Nothing crazy yet. Just 2-week-old kitties almost, but it's still amazing how much they change in that length of time. Alright, now why are we all by ourselves over there? Huh? Come here, sweetie. Alright, See, his little face is more like a bear. Hello. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. His tongue sticks out a lot. See, his eyes are open too. Hello, darling. He's got a little stripe on his leg. See right there? So I thought about him being called Stripe. But anyway. I was worried about him. I even took all their temperature. Wait a minute. Did I take all of their temperatures? Yes, I think I did. I think they had temperatures taken one night. And I was just trying to make sure they're staying warm enough. Oh, I don't do that all, just that one time, really just to make sure. Because the door had been open to the bathroom because Samantha doesn't like to be completely confined anymore. You go back to babies. So that made it a little bit drafty in here. Even though there's still the heating pad sort of underneath in the corner. And then when they're all snuggled up with mommy, then they're okay. I also put a piece of cardboard, if you can sort of see it, up against the wall, because one day I walk in here and one of them was up against the cold wall. I'm like, oh no. So trying to keep them from having too much trauma or too much, cold hyperthermia. Like I said, she's been a great mommy. She washes them down. If they won't hold still, she kind of grabs them by their little neck for a second, and they will hold still then. Right, Samantha? She makes them go pee-pee, although I haven't seen them poo. Like I said, I'm just kind of curious about that. But I still went ahead and I gave the mommy, because of her weight, she has had some very loose stools, and I haven't been able to get rid of that with her. She's had a dose of Drontal, which I think she threw up. And then when I ordered the Nimex 2, I went ahead and dosed her, which was 2.5 mils that I had to make her take, which I think kind of didn't make her feel good for a little while. But it has slowed down. Now that she's past that, I think that stuff is a dewormer. It's safe for kittens as young as 2 weeks old. I didn't want to give her a deworming medicine while she was pregnant because I just was afraid of what it might do to the unborn kittens. So and then they will get a repeat dose in 2 weeks. So I plan to do their vaccines myself, except for rabies. They won't allow you to do that. I can buy the vaccine and give it, which may buy it at Tractor Supply, or I don't know yet. But I feel fully confident to be able to do that. But it won't be for a while. I think they have to be at least between 4 to 6 weeks old before they would get their vaccine. And the mom will get one too. And then there we will be. I'm just talking, I'm sorry, but the more I talk, kind of sometimes that's good, because either, look at this little playful guy right here. Okay, everybody's not that playful, actually, they're sleeping. This little fella, oh, if he was to wake up, you could see his big old eyes. He's dead to the world. He is just so relaxed. Look at him. Oh, Butters, you're so cute. You're so cute. Oh, I could just kiss your belly. I could just kiss it, but I won't. I've been very sick, so I'm trying to not pass it along to these babies. Look at Pretty's face. Oh, I don't know if that's a good name, but I can't think of a better one for this little doll. She's very much of a screamer, too. Oh, her dad to the world. Oh, pretty. Belly much less bloated. So, I'm so happy for that because it was very bloated. So that must mean that she did indeed have worms. It does happen. The little twitches when they're asleep. Samantha, you're so pretty. Oh my goodness, I think that's all for now. And I have this bedding underneath them is actually, I think it's a twin size flannel sheet. So I have folded it. What I do is I fold it and then I fold it a different way to where there's a clean part. And I'm making getting the most use before I have to change to a different background or bedding. And underneath all that is a memory foam, one of those little memory foam bath pads. Anyway, so it's not a box, but I think it's a very comfy little situation. Yes, Miss Samantha. Alright, enough for now. Cuteness overload. Bye.